Internet, Eric here. Well, I've slowly been going through the Kickboxer franchise here on the channel. Yes, there is enough movies here in the to consider Kickboxer a franchise. I've recently discussed the first one with Jean-Claude Van Damme. I discussed part two where Van Damme would not come back, and they replaced him. I guess they killed off his character, and replaced him with Sasha Mitchell, who is pretty much only known for being Cousin Cody in Step by Step. Let's get right down to it. Today I'm talking Kickboxer 3, The Art of War. Yeah. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I discuss plot spoilers, specific scenes, what have you. This came out in 1992. In between Kickboxer 2 and 3, we find out that David Sloan has not retired. He retired in the second movie. He is now back to kickboxing. He has Xian with him. Xian is still his trainer. And David is now the kickboxing champion, light heavyweight champion of the world, what have you. He's flying down to Rio de Janeiro to defend his title, and he strikes up a friendship with two homeless children, a boy and a girl. The girl is kidnapped, and you find out that she is going to be sold into a child prostitution ring, and David and Xian try to rescue her. That's the plot in this kickboxing movie. All right, let's get it straight here. Very interesting twist. It's kind of I'm not gonna lie. I did enjoy that it was something different, concerning how many fucking times can we have a tournament or a kickboxing thing. So it was kind of neat to see something different. Sasha Mitchell as David. It's tough to say. I liked him in the second one. This one he's kind of hit and miss. Sometimes he's pretty good. Sometimes he's channeling Cousin Cody from Step by Step, and it's just like you just shake your head. But he's not awful. He's not awful. That's saying something. Xian is still funny. He's still got his quips. He's more dangerous this time because, well, we really don't know much about Xian's past other than he trained people for kickboxing from Muay Thai, and that's basically it. There's a lot of firearms in this movie being used, and Xian is very good with a gun. The two kids, the older sister, she doesn't really talk that much. She doesn't have that much to do. Her younger brother, he is the loudmouth of the two, I guess you would say, the one that was always sticking up for her. He's the one that started the relationship with David and Xian because he stole their camera, and the kid isn't bad. I didn't mind him at all. He's very likable. He's not so over the top and obnoxious and annoying. Like, he has to play this tough street kid, and he's not bad. He like I said, he's likable. He could have been a lot worse. You buy the scenes with him and his sister, him trying to protect her. And I really liked it. I like a lot of the scenes with him and David. David's trying to tell him, chill out, because the kid's got a switchblade, and he wants to rescue his sister, and he wants to kill the man who kidnapped her, and he's running the prostitution ring. And eventually he does kill the man, and he does realize, this isn't as good. I did not think it was going to feel like this, It's not helping type of thing. The kid is good. He works well with Xian, as well. Dennis Chan. So the kids are good. Sasha Mitchell's 50-50. Dennis Chan as Xian is good. Now let's get to, well, I guess you would say the main villain is the guy he heads up the prostitution ring. He is also the guy putting together the title fight, I guess you would say. He's a very good sleazy bad guy, rich, pompous, deadly, dangerous, asshole-ish, how we would say. He's pretty good. The only downside, character-wise, from this movie is eventually, David has his title fight, and Jesus Christ, the guy he has a title fight with is such, an eye-rolling character. There's an exhibition fight, and David's in the corner of the guy fighting the challenger, and of course, the challenger, David's challenger, kicks the shit out of the kid in the exhibition. David has to get involved, and they have their little scuffle, and he's okay there. But when it comes to the actual fucking title fight, he is so cringeworthy. He is so over the top. You laugh at him every time he tries to be this tough guy. He is awful. He's not intimidating. He can't be intimidating at all. He is. We just had 2 movies with Tong Po. That scary motherfucker. This guy is a joke because he's so the reason why he's so unintimidating is because he's so laughable and trying to be a scary, intimidating opponent, and it's garbage. Fights in this movie, pretty good. Still pretty good. We have, there's I like the fight when the young kid steals David's camera. He runs down to the back alley. Kid can't get away. The guys show up, hey, what are you doing in our neighborhood type of thing. David beats the shit out of him. That's good. There's lots of good fights. There are a lot of good fights. It's late. I'm fucking tired. Even the fights in the ring, even with this fucking joke of a final opponent, the fights are really good. Like in the ring too. Now I mentioned, Xian is apparently good with firearms. Apparently David is too. Who knew that David knew how to fucking shoot firearms? Another thing we missed in between the fucking movies. In between part 1 and part 2, we didn't know there was a third fucking Sloan brother. Now, this mysterious Sloan brother that we knew nothing about now also knows how to fire, pistols and Berettas and stuff like that. Interesting. But those firefights are pretty good. I think, the squibs for the bullets are really good. The action is really good. Not overly gory, I guess you would say, but you get a decent amount of blood. I like the scene where David and Xian are going through the compound, I guess you would say, trying to find the girl, and they know that there's 7 people that they have to kill. That's in the house, and they're trying to keep track of how many people they've killed, and they have a little bit of argument with their math and stuff like that. And it's again, even though Sasha's kind of 50-50 here, him and Dennis Chan have really good chemistry. You can tell. It was interesting that I read that Sasha was very hard to deal with in this film. You could tell he was being run ragged somehow. I don't know if it was, drug related or whatever, but he had large bags under his eyes, bloodshot. You could tell that he was just kind of always in a pissy mood, even when he was trying to be a good guy in these scenes. So that kind of took me out of it a little bit. I'll tell you this. I did not think I was going to enjoy it as much as I did. My expectations were low. That could be why. But Kickboxer 3 Art of War, again, it's a pretty good follow-up to Kickboxer 2. Is it a good follow-up to Kickboxer 1? No. But what I can appreciate is I am a man, or a movie fan, I guess you would say, who always appreciates something different. It was not as different as it was. They're now trying to rescue kids in an underage prostitution ring. I really enjoyed that part of this film. Sasha is, like I said, hit and miss. Xian is fun. The kids are fine. The action is good. The firefights are really good, considering it's a straight-to-video 1992 movie. I don't know if it's Trimark. Artisan. Okay, same fucking company, basically. Overall, not a bad movie. But again, it was very fucking laughable. Who they picked to be the final fight, I guess you would say, in the ring, because this guy was just fucking over the top and bad and stupid. But if you liked Kickboxer 2, you'll probably like Kickboxer 3. I'm a guy who loves Kickboxer 1. I liked Kickboxer 2. I liked Kickboxer 3. So coming up next, Kickboxer 4. Yes, Tong Po returns. And we'll see how that works, because it's not even Michelle Kissy who comes back. And in my first 2 videos, when with Kickboxer, I was calling him Michael Quissy. I recently read an interview, or I watched an interview on YouTube of one of the guys that was behind the scenes. It's actually Michelle Kissy. He is also, is he Mongolian? I think, but French as well. So I was pronouncing his name wrong the whole fucking time. Didn't realize it. But no, that's not him. But overall, Kickboxer 3, pretty damn decent. So that's it. Like and subscribe. Comment below. Tell me what you think. Have you seen Kickboxer 3? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Are you wondering why the hell I'm going through the franchise? Why the hell not? Got them cheap on eBay. So that's it. Kickboxer 4 video coming soon. This coming weekend, God willing. Two Bearded Losers. We're talking Little Shop of Horrors with Rick Moranis and Steve Martin, Ellen Green, and the fantastic Levi Stubbs. Thank you to everybody who showed up in our last minute return. I'm not getting into it. If you follow on social media, we thought we were blocked, but for Clue, that video is up. Appreciate it if you check that out and comment on that. All that shit, whatever. Like I said, it's late. I'm tired. Cheers.